Hello, YouTube. We're back with some VoD reviews. I'm a day one on this one, but both these series were very quick, so I'm going to just do them in the same stream, but two separate videos. So, to start off, we have TL versus TES. This was a 3-0 as we expected. Don't know if it's as close or not as we expected, but that's why we watched the tape. We're going to watch and find out. If you guys are enjoying the VoD reviews, I do have a playlist of all MSI VoD reviews done by me. Also, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Any interaction with the channel helps. Now I'm going to go back to streamer mode as we stream these on twitch.tv/CubbyXX if you want to follow there and watch live. I respond to chatters and answer questions, so I have a lot of fun doing this. That said, let's dive into game one. As if you were on the stream, we're doing this about 8 minutes into the stream, so this is not typical, but we're going to keep things moving today. All right, TL versus TES. My diagnosis for this series as we are entering best of fives. I thought that TL, if they were able to get into the mid game with decent footing, might be able to punish TES. I do think that top esports, like, their mid game is a lot better than what people are rating it. It's better than BLG, and I think people will catch on to that after seeing the BLG PSG series. But my thing about this team is that Tian will take risk. He's not a perfect player. He's a very good player, but he will take plays that open you up to being punished on the enemy side of the map. So I was hoping that if TL took enough early power, they could actually answer that. I think TL's answer was, we aren't as good of liners as TES, so we're going to take scaling. And if we can lean on our fundamentals, then we can have a chance to win later. I don't think that's the worst read in the world for TL. I do think that ended up giving them some trouble, though, in this series. So, diving in, Jaculov bans. Fourth marksman taken away. Jaculov ends up going for Lucian Nami. I will say, of all the champs to give Jaculov, I'm out on the Lucian. I don't want to give Jaculov Senna. He's very good at it. I think that it shifts Top's playstyle. But I'm on the camp where I don't want to give it. I want to give Draven or Varus. I think Draven's a limited champion. So I would actually take red side and give the Draven and just try and answer it. Or just be aware that the Draven's up. And I think that helps. But the fact that everyone who's faced top so far is pretty much just triple banning Jaculov, and Jaculov is still just fisting games, is actually pretty crazy. So we have Kalista taken, Lucian Nami response. They don't even deny the Renata. They're not as scared of the Renata as some other matchups, so I found kind of interesting. I do think that taking Dawn away from Core is a good read. I think Core on Engage is a big part of this team, and I was I'm not surprised they went Renata with Kalista, but the Engage is on Oomti. And then we have a rather low damage comp, or low range comp. Tristana obviously does have range, but I think Urgot's actually really good this game. The only person that can really deal with Urgot is Tristana, so I think these late Urgot picks, teams are figuring this out, that he can uniquely lane swap okay, he's a tank buster later on, and he's really tough to move, especially against lower range compositions. So when you have reach with this, I think having Urgot, being able to just hold the line is quite powerful. It's a nice spot for him. Even with no melees for Sejuani. I mean, I will say, I'm a little bit surprised that Tian didn't go Vi here. I think Vi interacts very uniquely with Tristana. I know you're against Renata, so maybe having that flexibility was something that was important for Tian and TES, but I do think that Vi would have had a lot of pros here. And Vi has been extremely high prio, so kind of interested in why that was the choice. But that said, all good. Yeah, let's hop in on this one. Okay, so we have level 1 ward dropped on each pixel brush. And then we lane swap. I think TL did want standard lanes. This makes sense to me as to why TL wanted standard lanes, given the Kalista Renata. So I think the shift is fine. TL was fishing for standard lanes. Their level 1 isn't strong at all. So I do think that, like, I've started to think that Ashe is a little bit higher prio than what most people think, just because I think Ashe, like, even if you don't want to lane into Ashe, your level 1 with Ashe is really good, and it can allow you to scout and also force enemies off quadrants. So what's going on right now is that with this lane swap, top have a faster clear going on. Impact is trying to get XP, but the wave's not really great for that. And I think that you have some options here of what to do if you are top. So the two things that I'm really looking for, though, in lane swaps is top laner XP, and then if you're able to get 3 quadrants in the jungle. So I think the fact it's split right now is not bad, but it is a split. Or I should say a duo jungle. And Impact he's just losing HP. So he's going to go walk. He spots everyone. He doesn't know he's on a ward, which kind of sucks. And Impact ends up, like, they're a camp and a half behind, and Impact's just walking here. I think this is pretty poor. Now, something else that I actually want to see in this scenario, I think that TL is playing the swap wrong. So something I think is really important, this is off screen, you can see pings going down. I think they need to catch this wave higher. Because towers scale off a couple things. One of them would be resistances. And resistances increase for every member that you have by a tower. So my new theory of how lane swap should go is that you catch the wave high, and then you leave your marksmen to nuke towers and try and get more plate gold on them. And that way you're able to share the XP and also speed things up by catching a wave super high. So I think them catching this at turret TL, I do want to see how they play this out. I can see one reasoning is trying to make sure Impact gets the XP. So I will cut them some slack on this one, but I think the next wave, if Impact's going to stay, they need to catch above the turret. Yeah, like, I think this is wrong. I think, like, you see TN here. Oh, shit. Hold on. I think those were the waves that they could have caught high. Now they're going to lose both crabs. And their push isn't as efficient as it would have been in a different scenario. And now look at XP. Impact is up. So I will say that with TL off this swap, I do think that TL won the swap. But we did get Lucianami off the first few levels of this bot wave. So, or bot lane, I should say. So I think this is the trade-off that top's making. Impact has more XP. The only up is that TN's going to double crab. But I'll honestly trade that for what TL got. I think it's fine. Sorry, boy. Did you watch PSG versus BLG yet? I can't watch that until tomorrow. My schedule tomorrow is I'm co-streaming CLOL at noon Pacific. As there is a Maryville Fisher match, and after that, I will do the BLG versus PSG review. So that'll be a little bit earlier, but the games start earlier, so. So MC's going to get in here and take the wraps away. Honestly, not terrible. I am a little bit... I'm not a huge fan of the Vamp from Callista. I do know the result. I watched the games live last night. I'm not a huge fan of the Vamp from Callista. I feel like you lose combat stats, and it makes this dragon from top kind of easy. Really nice timer from top. I think the trade from Umti is fine. I don't know if TL wants to fight this, but I do think that Vamp Callista, like... I know that Nami has sustain in this matchup, but you're signing up to not win this. Also, I'm a fan of on-hit Callista here. You have Maokai, Renata, and it's a relatively low-range comp. Like, you have the ability to auto. You're going to get forced off quite a bit by Jackie-Love, but... Oh my god. I think Core needed the flash too. Because the only way they win this is if they both flash, and then the handshake connects. Because then MT is at least able to get involved without diving. And now this lane's really tough. Jackie-Love hit a really nice Q there. So, like... Okay, this ends up being pretty bad. Also, I didn't realize that bot lane XP is what it is I think that's a big advantage for the Lucian Nami. Because this is a matchup where if you lane it straight up, Callisto Renata wins the first 3 waves, and then from there, once you kind of get level 4, you start to get back into the lane as Lucian Nami. The fact they're in here up XP, and Yon went for a non-combat buy with a vamp, I do think that makes this quite hard. Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, I guess the top lane lead that TL got for Impact compared to the bot lane lead that was secured, it doesn't matter given the top lane matchup and how 369 is able to play it. And the fact that Tian taking the Dragon was actually able to rotate up here first. Wow. This is actually really good from top. I'm going to be real. Oh, hold on. I want to go through this one a little bit. Sorry. How did Jaculov get so far ahead of Yon? Oh, it's because Nami's peeling off. See, I think it's really important, like, how you take these waves. I actually think, like, there's a lot of metagame behind it that hasn't been figured out yet. Yeah, the FlyQuest stonks going up based on that series is pretty hilarious. I still watch that game, too, and I think it's just so terrible from them, though, in that series. I really do. So right now, Yon's up on Jaculov, but, like, look at some of the instances here where Mako's going to bleed down. Because I think that the level advantage actually makes this gank quite poor. The fact that Core didn't flash for the play. I think G2 can take a game against T1, or is it cooked? I think T1 3-0s. And I say that because I think T1's way too good, actually. I don't think it matters that much how G2 shows up on the day. I think from the T1 I've seen so far, this team is winning the tournament. I don't think it's sad at all. I think it's respectful to just given how good T1 is. Wow. So there's a lot of instances, I gotta say, where Mako's off the wave and it's got Jaculov to actually catch up on XP. Because Jaculov ends up being up XP in this. I think that Core almost has to, like, sack himself a little bit more. I know I've been talking a lot about how important top lane XP is. Man, Mako was so useful this game, though. Like, that cancel's so big. And by him being down XP, which is not even a lot, he sets himself up to slingshot back. He ends up being up on Core anyway. Because Core's roam is kind of poor. TL's really disconnected. I think Core needs to go bot here. If Core goes straight bot, he meets Mako there at the same time, and then they're down, like, a lot of XP. I don't think this walk's worth it. You can't do anything with this walk. Hui's hugging the correct side of the map. And then the way that TES shifts this back up, so, like, think about this, guys. This is a winning matchup up here, and we are down XP right now, right? But if our jungle is pathing up, and it's mirrored pathing, so Umti is going this way, Sejuani is going this way, this actually just gets to play out the matchup the way it's supposed to be played, and it's fine. Like, this map from TES is so good. This map from TES is, like, actually so good. They have advantages everywhere. Like, the one place they don't have an advantage, they at least have resources heading towards that place, and it's a draft advantage, so it's going to slingshot back. I think Umti... Okay, now we need to talk about Umti's game. Umti crossing for these Raptors is part of why they drop Drake. But I think once Umti does this, like... How does he ever contest Grubs? Like, APA is coming up off a deploy, but he sacked some resources for himself. He's already sacked the fact that he's not contesting Grubs. Core didn't flash here, so they don't have a play on the Jaculov or Mako. And they were able to retreat in time. And now, like, bot lane's fucked. They lose Grubs. Top lane is just solo losing now because the war of attrition top. Like, the levels don't matter yet. Casante's been chunked enough to the point where you can't all in. Like, the TPs are actually burdened this matchup. I think that actually makes a really big difference because part of, like, why Casante can threaten this matchup in the straight-up 1v1 is you do have windows at 6 where you can actually look at the Urgot. But with when TPs get burned in this matchup, or, like, how this lane swap played out, 369 was able to TP back with items, and Casante, because he had the TP up here, was jailed. So, like, again, like, this lane swap just went better for top. Like, top, I think, gets themselves a huge advantage in this game off this line swap. Wow. Yeah, like, Impact can't punish. Like, he has 6. This is the one window where you can actually, like, try and get a foothold into the lane. And he's jailed. He's absolutely fucking jailed. You're already down 2 grubs. This one doesn't even matter, and it's still secured. Level 6 for Sedge. Up multiple camps. Umti's up here. It doesn't matter. Okay, they go for the play because they feel like they have to. They sent bot lane up here. The grubs are already gone. So what's the timer now to get bot up here? I guess they got this wave in. I mean, honestly, I kind of respect this from TL. Like, Urgot doesn't have TP, and if they shift up into here, like, it at least creates a window, but you're letting the Lucian Nami get further ahead. So, this play does connect. Like, it's not super hot. Because now bot wave is cooked. It's, like, pushing back into the, Urgot who gets to catch this. So, like, this ends up, like, they get a kill, but wave-wise, it's not good, and they already lost the objective. So, I think it's just kind of mute. Like, Urgot gets a big wave from this. Urgot's gonna be, like, actually fine in XP. And then Jaculov just fist with XP advantage. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know why TL were sitting up in that brush. They're down a level each. Like, they have to respect it and catch until they get 6, and they don't. And Jaculov just fists. Again, they're down sums. Oh, wow. Guys, experience in these lane swap scenarios is so important. And I think the way that top played this, they actually had, like, who got XP was assigned better than TL, and that ended up being a huge advantage. Jaculov is that guy, though. Like, this guy's on another level in this tournament. Oh my god. I think the Renata Kalista could have pushed in a little bit better, and, like, maybe Renata can tank it a little bit more. So, like, you buy more time for Kalista to get more autos off, and then you put the W on Kalista before you go down. That's, like, the only thing I can even think of. This is just, you're down a level each, and it's 6 spike. And now this lane is especially hard. APA is losing a little bit to Cream. Cream Hui is quite good. So now it's second Drake going over to top. We're down 2k gold. I did think that the way the top played this lane swap was so good, actually. I'm looking for a few more ways to, like, be efficient about how you swap. I think it's actually really important. Oh my god. MT is spotted. I mean, I appreciate, like, this is the right play for them in terms of walking in here. But Mako, like, this is something I've noticed with a lot of the Eastern teams. Like, when they realize how and when they can play defense and what they do with their push. Like, look at how Jaculov and Mako defends this play off their push. Top's dead. There's, like, top is a null lane. And instead of just, like, jerking it up there, they actually are able to, like, walk down and pressure this. It's crazy. So the response here from Mako and, like, what you see from NA teams is you just take their topside jungles and it's fine. But no, like, TES actually sacked that wave top to defend these camps for TN. And then they end up getting a big chunk. So, like, they lose this wave top, but the defense they play is really good. And because they keep this at neutral state, when grubs respawn, they actually, like, they force Doomty out. So now the grubs are fucking theirs. It's like we're sacking that wave to defend our camps and set up the grubs. Like, that's so worth. It's not a cannon wave either. That's so worth. God damn. Okay, top actually played so, like, top is playing so well this game. I really think TL are just, like, getting choked out by really, really good play from top. All right, now we put the Lucian Nami mid, and they're ahead, so they're just gonna cook whoever shows. It's sweet. Jaculov dashes to eat it for Mako and cleanses, so there's no play. Crazy. They don't want to play. Tien was farming. He was off the map on his own camps. Now that Tien's back. Oh my god. Yeah, what are we going to do? Dive Urgot as Malachi Cassante. You can see Umti needs to wait this out. 369 step back in the tower range, like for this to aggro Umti. And yeah, good luck diving Urgot as Malachi Cassante. That's hot from Yon. Through the towers, nice. Like, we're autoing a Sedge, so. Stops down. There's no looks for TL. I mean, I really think this top early game, like, this was really good from top. The team jungle and like speeding up Sedge, you get double crab. Your XP is assigned better between bot and top. I think that like I've been talking a lot about top lane XP because I've seen some like level 4 to level 2s is like really fucked, but Urgot being down a half level to Cassante when your jungler is working up there and enemy jungle is not is actually such a good setup. It's actually like, and because the Lucian Nami is ahead with levels, it's like I think this is one of the better map setups I've seen. This is so crazy good. I'm kind of surprised that top let this bot wave get so far in. Because like if they want to play for Drake, I feel like Cream should have been on this wave. Yeah, I feel like Cream should have been on that wave. Yeah, like Cream can kill that wave and then connect. I think it's fine. And then so it gets a little, I don't want to say weird for top, but it's a little weird. Jackie will have actually griefed. Really nice handshake from Core. He's on a control ward. And Core's not spotted. So Core does a really nice job of fogging himself here, guys. This is really good from Core. See, he's fogged. He's fogged this whole time. So Jaculov doesn't know where Renata is. And it's not spotted by Blue Trinket. And he gets cucked for it. It's really nice. That's really nice from TL and Core. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay. So they try and walk through the way. This is really good from Core. Like, this kill is really good. We need to wait as TL. So I think that for TL, you just need to wait for Malachi ult, and then we can, like, for me, this is the line that we hold. We try and get vision of this, but this ult comes up in 2 seconds. I think that we need to wait, and we can use this ult the way that it's used, but we can save our health bars a little bit more. So I think what Yon's doing here is correct. What APA is doing here is very bad. I think that we have to let the Malachi be the one to scout with R and then maybe an E, and then we just, because we don't do that and we don't wait for that, Cream ends up getting like going turbo. I think the other option here is that I mean our map's on fire too. Jesus Christ. Look at 369 getting pushed on this wave. This map's on absolute fire. I actually think the play is for APA to go catch top wave. Well. Holy shit, man. Top's playing good League of Legends. Top is actually playing a really good league in this game. This is grief from TL. Well, like the map for top is actually really fucking good in this game. Wow. I legitimately like want to like make a thread about this early game. I actually do. Like this early game from top for me is insane. I think that their understanding of resource allocation and the Urgot matchup in topside is actually really fucking good. Like Urgot being down a half level when he has fleet and TP advantage against Cassante, it doesn't fucking matter. And Lucian Nami having experience against Kalista Renata matters for everything. Everything matters there. I didn't see how Impact got poked out. Oh no. So Impact gets chunked, and they're losing 2 waves, and no one's on the third. This is good on the TN. Yep. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, Jackie Love. Oh my god, Jackie Love. This Q from Jackie Love, he fucking dodges Renata R and nearly hits his Q, by the way. Holy shit. I think the conditions for this fight are bad for TL. They need Callisto or APA on this Urgot, and 369 is able to make so much space, and then APA sells it for TN. Mako hits the bubble. Mako's Nami has been crazy good in this tournament, too. I think it's very much worth noting. And Impact goes in and finds Nada. Jackie Love has a really, really, really good fight on the other side. Impact gets found. Wow. Cubby, do you think that the 2 last teams that NA had this year led to a perceived lower quality of NA play at MSI? No. And I think that's like kind of reverse engineering or against the narrative that NA had, which was that the play in NA from top to bottom was actually not bad, the split. Like, a lot of people were saying that LEC was worse top to bottom, and I would have to agree. I actually think TES is playing a really fucking good game here. I think the game that Top's playing is actually crazy this game. Like, if Top plays like this, I mean, I think better teams, like, you can find angles to break. I think that TL is losing way too much HP into Hui at a couple points, but the map for Top that they set up is so good. I think Top's map is so good in this one. All right, they're able to play out 3 lanes. I don't know why they're able to play out 3 lanes here. I know Impact died late. So Impact having a stunted timer and TL wasting their tempo on this really hurt. I think looking back, MT has no ult. Cream was able to get out. It's really big that Cream gets out. They had double control ward for this pocket for Cream, so he was able to push safely. So yeah, I think TL's one option here is to play for mid, and they end up going top. I think this was their option to take a little bit of health off the mid turret and try and set up a little bit of Baron Vision. Instead, they didn't play through mid, and they just lose their turn. So this was quite poor from TL. But they are grasping at straws. This was just quite poor. So yeah, nice from Core. Still hard though, like we're blowing all of our skills to get out, you know? And then 369 just wins War of Attrition on the bot side. Wow, I'm still so impressed by this map from Top Esports. Screw off, Timmy goes Rars. I mean, we just like sack Soul. And there's no play. I did.
Timing could be great, but like you said, coming.
No, Reed. Thanks for the follow. You called in the Hot One League this past week. I mean, this game is pretty over. I think this top lane swap was crazy, actually. Like this lane, this was so crazy. Okay, UMT. Who would have said that on a call? Yeah, it ended up being quite poor. I thought top played a really insane game this game. Like, for me, this is like one of the best lane swaps I've seen. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. You got Sterex, guys. Yeah, I mean, good call. I will say that the way the top played the swap, I think that their opponent didn't really matter. I think their opponent mattered for losing some health bars when they shouldn't have lost some health bars in the mid game, but early game, I think that the swap, the map setup they had, was extremely advantageous. Yeah. All right, that's a really, really pretty game from Top Esports, actually. That was one of my favorite games I've seen so far this tournament, I'm gonna be real. All right. Cubby, are you inhaling G2 Copium? It's going to be T1-3-0. T1 looks like the best team in the tournament. All right, new approach. We are giving the Senna, but we're going to play the Smolder into it. So, Smolder, he's got some range issues, and I really like Top's answer into it. I think the one to win is the fact that, like, Kareem is not a good Corki player. So, I actually, again, I didn't mind this read from TL. I think my big issue is that I think they need to take away TF. Like, for me, I think LeBlanc is a reasonable ban, and I would take away TF as well to protect against the side laning and their ability to stretch the map. I think Ahri is a pick that forces really hard, and they were worried about, like, Xin-Ahri combo with Ornn over the top. But yeah, I think that like once this comes in, I mean, maybe like Jax is also taken away, which is a really good ban. So like I think that you lose your pick into TF as well. Because pretty much TF just enables you to stretch the map with Corki. And they have a lot of ways to cheat timers, and against a team that like this is a very straightforward draft. They need the scale, and they need top to make mistakes. But when you're able to cheat timers against this, when you're going to be behind, it's really big for top. Kareem's good at it, and LPL, like, one of their bread and butter comps is Triss Malachi, so I'm fine with this ban. I'm okay with it. I also like the Viego ban. Like, if we're going to open up with this, then don't just deny resets. Like, deny the ability of, like, if you die once in a fight, then, like, the fight's lost. So, like, I don't hate this approach from TL. I just think that with these first two games, TL were very much saying, we don't think we can win in lane phase, so we're just going to swap. Get out of the first 3 levels of the game, and then hopefully we can scale. I will say that domestically, TL did play this comp very well. Like, this was one of their better comps domestically. I'm sure that Monte Cristo had a field day saying that TL couldn't play this internationally. My other big thing, though, is that if you're going to play Smolder, and why I didn't like the TF, is that TF, that pick for me means that, like, we can't play Renekton here. Because when I have Smolder, I want HP in the top lane. I want the biggest, beefiest brick wall I can find up there. And I think Renekton's really good because Renekton gets HP, but also you have early game options. So that's why I think the TF ban, like, again, very much, this is a little bit of hindsight, but I don't like this situation. I think Impact needs to be on a tank. TF nukes tanks. So I would have taken away a TF. Like, unironically, I think Urgot's better than Rumble here, even if Urgot hates the TF matchup. Like, I don't know. I'm really... No, okay, no. I take no. Urgot in the TF. No, we do not do that. I'm not saying no. I must walk that back. But I don't like the fact we're lacking HP. I think that's actually the issue with this comp. Like, we need a front line. We need some sort of front line for Smolder. I mean, it's tough to play Rumble. Like, playing Rumble and the TF, Xin, and Corki, they have the ability to really cheat sides and pressure you. So this is all early game for TL. And they didn't have a ton of setup for Rumble. Like, there is setup, but it's not, like, a ridiculous amount, you know? Triple TP to double TP. And then we get standard lanes here, which I think TL is unironically okay with. I mean, this is Impact Rumble. I just don't think it's the right game for it, given the Smolder. I think that we need some front line with Smolder. So, like, the heavy lock front line's tough. That's my thing. Oh, no. So, Impact overheats here. He does get a cannon. The overheat hurts a lot. I think on the knockup, he's got an E flash. So I think this had to be flashy. Flashy Q. It's like then maybe they can like at least play against TM, but I do think that once he overheats, it's not winning. All right, so Yon has TP. This is fine. I actually think that TL played this bot lane well. They have a TP. They traded. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, this was not good. That was not good. Like, this is fine, though. This is fine. I know they didn't get kill. It's fine. You're going to have XP advantage a little bit now on Smolder. It's quite good. But, yeah, Rumble is no flash now. And this wave's coming back out. Really good from Impact, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't dodge it. So he dies. And that wave's fucked. Let's see if he needed the TP back here. He did. Wonder if there's a world where Umti could have thinned the wave a little bit while TM was on Rumble here. Like right now, if Umti sacks Impact and thins this wave a little bit. No, it still gets in. It gets in no matter what. It gets in no matter what. Never mind. Okay, it's fine. Could have at least taken some of the XP that would have been lost. So, regardless, it's fine. Nice. What is Umti doing? And why don't we hit Dragon here? I don't like this from Umti at all. Oh. Our jungler is not here, but also our jungler showed walking over here. Umti doesn't get anything done on this gank. Like, imagine if Umti took the wraps and then went and did, like, his Wolves Gromp and then was here. Umti could be here right now. And keep in mind that TL, like, their bot lane's hard trading without Umti being here, which they're down a level. I also do not agree with this. But Umti could be here. APA is walking here, which is the right move. APA walking here is correct. Yon taking that chunk is unfortunate. But, like, I think they needed Umti here. Instead, okay, we're going to play for top dive. This is fine. Okay, in the long run, this ended up being fine. You do have to get top back into it. So it's just, like... Let's think about this. No, I think you got to dive top on this wave. I think it's on TL for trading this so hard. I think TL trading this is as hard as it is dumb. I know they're on Jacula, but like Yon burned E, so he can't get back there. So maybe Yon shouldn't burn E. Like him burning E means that he's not in there to actually hit Jacula. And I don't think he wins that War of Attrition. Okay, it's bad. Okay, it's on. I think TL bot lane shouldn't trade there. I don't think it's the right window to trade. I think you just play wave and you at least wait till knock gets 4. Not having fun with lane swaps. I like lane swaps a lot. I think it's just hard to understand as a casual fan. I think that it's too meta. Like, I think that they should be an option, not the meta. I want lane swaps in 5 to 10% of my games. So, yeah, I mean, bot lane's already down pretty good. Also, I'm really curious why it's the D-ring start from Yon. Because I thought it was D-Blade now. And that makes a big difference for, like, some of these trades where Core's hooking in. Core's also down 2 levels now, and they get to drag Senna up for the rest of these Gromps. Oh, TM, that's such a Chad flash. Yeah, Rumble can't move. So bot was, like, Umti's cleaning up his camps, bot. Like, this is post-dive. Windows here. Umti's not playing towards objective. Yeah, I don't know. Umti's game is kind of weird. I think that, unironically, the denying of enemy Raptors respawn both games kind of cucked him. Like, I know that's a really valuable camp to take away, but I feel like he really gave up his positioning in some jungle tempo in order to take those away, and it just didn't matter. Because Tien got a kill bot off of it in this game. And then he went back to clean up his bot camps, and Tien's, like, just at a better spot in the map. Like, does Tien even care about losing his bot camps to Rek'Sai here? Like, I don't think they care. We're playing Rek'Sai into Corki, Senna, Ornn, TF. Ooh. I think a Yawn dodges up there. He gets out of Senna ult. Again, like him taking top camps, like his bot lane's fucked. It's bad. Core and Yawn split. Wasn't the best Rumble ult. I do think APA played this fight quite well. Yeah, APA played that quite well. This he did not play well. I think that he has to go down here. So, like, the only way that he has to get out of this is by going this way, which Jackie would show up again. But I think that's the only way that he gets out of the E. So I think that's the right move. Like, Umti's down a level despite being up. And then he just gets cooked by Corki. And, like, again, this is kind of like how it goes for Rek'Sai. You got to use your stats to close the gap and survive, but if you don't have that, then you're cooked, and you get outscaled really hard in this game. So, again, I think that where TES is allocating their resources, like attacking bot lane, is so much better than Rek'Sai getting a minuscule lead on a champion that gets blitzed later on in this game. Like, you don't want your Rek'Sai to have resources this game as TL. You would much rather have your Smolder be in a better position, and MT is not playing towards that, so not a fan. I think TES's resource allocation in these two games has been really, really good. This fight was very, very well piloted by APA. Coming out of the replay, though, Rumble gets to walk up. So they're waiting for Rumble to look for a play. But they got 3 grubs. They're just going to sack it, and it's going to be a trade. That's okay. Rumble gets to go catch the wave now. I mean, this deploy from top's just so good. The fact that Ornn can just eat waves against Asol at this point of the game is so nice, even with the Andres. Like, Ornn versus Asol's on the map, and now we just get a Senna fight. Oh my god. The Senna champion's not fair. Oh, really like how Tien plays this. I think the Rumble ult, like, isn't terrible. Hey, what's up, Mel Scout? Oh my god. And the Rumble ult hindsight ends up being pretty poor. Like, you do zone out Senna and TF, just TF can port. That port was really Chad from 369. Yeah, the core falls early. We'll say to get value off the Aftershock, and they're trying to pick the wrong target, I think. Like, why isn't that just a hook? I think things are so much better if that's a hook. If it's hook for alt, and you have your W or your alt for something else, it's good. And if the hook misses, then fuck it. I'm good. How about you? I think the fact that that was an alt was very, like, ended up being very poor. Because they didn't have nearly enough to get through the tank of Xin. Because, like, Rumble, like, you just press Xin R and Rumble gets out. Exactly. That's why it should just be a hook. Because if they go in, at least you can dredge line or depth charge someone else and then maybe turn. So we're investing less. Like, by throwing everything in the TN, yes, you were correct. It's never going to work. Like, the only way it works is if Rumble gets within range of Crescent Guard, which didn't happen. Wait, APA got sold? Oh, why did he go towards the wall? APA! Oh, I missed that watching this. Oh, no. Oh. We'll say also really like Xin into Asol. I think Xin with poke comps is fucking broken. Or like with Senna behind him. Because your ability to brute force and reset fights and then press R and like retreat to them is just too good. Good job. I don't agree with APA using that ult. I think with Umti coming down, he's dead either way, whether you ult or not. Ult wasn't up yet. If you see TF, I guess he's scared of maybe TF ult being up. But I think the ult being down now is quite big. They're giving a lot over to Kareem's Corki too for this, but... Oh no. Okay. I mean, Kareem got a shit ton for this. Nice. Good job. Getting Tian there is really good. But like 369 is back on map and their map's on fire. So like look at all the gold that Kareem gets here. I think that is top esports. You would love to make this trade. Cream's gonna get 2 waves and 3 waves and 2 towers. And he's gonna come back with a Miramana. Yon is down 100 gold in the fastest center. Yeah. I mean, Jaculov's not even like at a crazy soul counter either. But the map is, again, the map's kind of on fire. I thought the way the top played game 1 was really crazy. Does Caleb Williams get you out of last place in the conference? Fuck yes. Bears are winning over 10.5 games this next year. I know Caleb's a rookie QB. He's really talented. He's gonna have some growing pains, as any and all rookie QBs do. But we have so much talent around him. We have so much talent on the team. Okay, this is just bad. Like, why are we playing into this wall as Ornn? Watching APA and Yon like play by these walls against Ornn is a little frustrating. Like, Ornn is a straightforward champion. We should know how to play around this. Matt Eberflus handicap. I literally have spent this entire offseason trying to not remind myself that our coach is Matt Eberflus. But he has a beard now, you know? Actually, that's what I should do. I'll just grow a beard for the start of the Bears season. I'll be like, Matt Eberflus. I'll be a different person, you know? Everyone will forget I'm a fucking fraud. I mean, Tails map's on fire. Like, both these waves are getting shoved in. They do lose. Like, Asol can catch sides, but it's hard. Oh, that heal from Jaculov is really nice. Like, Impact just loses all of his health because Jaculov heal. Then he has to ult. His ult's bad. It's not synced up with anything. Oh my god. The TNW flash after the root connects is so big. That's Baron. That's Baron. I mean, the worst part about this fight is, like, what are we fighting over is TL? Like, what is TL fighting over? Like, we elect to set our map on fire. I'm fine dropping top because everything is gone, but, like, we're fighting for nothing. Like, we just fight and lose in peace. I don't know. This is good from core. You always take this if you're down like this. Like, fuck it. I don't care. If you get, like, honestly, like, dying for the double TPs there is worth. I'm not even kidding. Like I actually just fuck it. G2 T1 plays, yes. I really want to see more prio on this Xin Zhao champ. This Xin Zhao champ is dumb as shit. I swear to God, this champ's so fucking good. There's not much else to talk about in this game. We're down 16k gold. Holy shit. There is 90k gold in this game. And Top Esports has 53k of it. That's crazy. I think this game was a wee bit of an underperformance at times. Like, I think that TL, like, they would just walk in and get chunked in game 1. I do think the game 1 map from Top was insane. I think their map setup, I think that they win that game against pretty much everyone in the tournament if they're able to get to like where they were post swap. I think it was actually crazy, crazy, crazy good. The Rumble was indeed bullied. By the way, Dracos with the sweater vest look? I mean, guys, Dracos is stealing my flow. That's the flow. Cubby approved, Dracos. Cubby approved. Have you gotten to meet Dogda? No. I haven't met most of the LPL or LEC crew. I met Vedius. I did a podcast with Vedius back in like weekday terms. And obviously I know Medic Broxa from the jungle. He wears that style regularly. It fits him, man. I approve. Also, sweaters are always good. All right. We're giving up Lucian for Jin Nami. Mako won with EDG playing against Jin Nami, and he had a smile on his face after this was locked in, actually. I think we have to go back in the tape and watch this. This might be one of the most important parts of the VoD review. Look at Mako. Look at Mako here. Jin Nami, baby. He's like, I can beat this shit. I only won a world championship beating this shit, you know? I find that to be very funny. I will say that I think there are a couple things that are okay this game from TL. Like, I don't like Jin Nami as an approach, but at least we're pairing it with Asol. Like, right now, Asol pairings are we just, like, take the lethality 80 with Asol, because Asol does enough damage for the entire team later on. And then we do have a way to actually execute onto Lucian Milio. The only thing I don't like is that I feel like Corki gives both these picks headaches and sides later on. So again, for me, like, I understand taking away Trist when they're showing Milio already, and Trist Maokai would actually fit really well here. But I would have given Cream the Ahri. Because eventually, like, your range to reach his Ahri is really tough. And, like, if they Ahri Lee into this, then they Ahri Lee. Or, like, they Ahri Viego, you know? Actually dropped the Viego ban, which is quite interesting, but they put the TF ban in there, which I was advocating for in the last game, so that's good. I mean, unironically too, like, Ezreal Nami. I know, like, I would actually want Ezreal Nami. I know you get fisted by Lucian. But I actually think Ezreal Nami is, like, good lane. Or Mage Nami. Brand Nami into Lucian Milio, by the way, fucks it. Brand Nami destroys Lucian Milio. Just throwing that out there. I just want to throw that one out there, you know? Betty's Ezreal was sex? Yeah, I mean, Ezreal and Nizaya is a really good matchup for Ezreal. I'm very pro Ezreal and Nizaya. You just outrange Zaya. So, yeah, I mean, but at least we have Renekton to hold the front line. Vi actually has decent targets to trigger pull on here. We do need to get on Milio. And Vi Nami, I think, is actually quite good combo. I just think that the one thing, like, Jin's a match champ, you know? But at least we're playing lethality here. And some of the other options are taken away. So, again, like, I don't love the strat from TL, but I can see the approach. Like, we actually have options to win. We can cheat tempo a little bit with this and this. It's just that, like, we get crushed inside later on. But it'd be what it do, you know? Insane leaving Xin up while picking Asol again. Yeah, I think Xin uniquely plays really well in the Asol, but there are so many bans, and this is part of like what it's like going up against Jackie-Love, you know? You're banning out 3 Jackie-Love champions. I really want to see, like, if we're just banning 3 champs against Jackie-Love and losing every game, like, I think it's time that we start banning out other champions, you know? I would ban the Lucian, and probably the Senna. I'd give the rest. But I'm kind of pro banning Senna for majority of teams in this tournament. I legitimately would ban away Jackie-Love Lucian. I think his Lucian is just a fucking problem. This guy's too good on this champion, actually. Yeah, ban pick is the problem. I mean, it's not the problem. But also, I think it should be looked at that if we're losing to this guy taking away 3 champs every game, maybe we don't take away 3 champs from him, you know? Maybe we target other stuff. I'm really down for this from Impact. Really nice way to cheat some XP. You can see 369 here. He actually gets all the melees. Really hype. Really hype here from 369. I think that how TL traded this out was wrong. They need to deny it. Yon needs to step up here and deny these melees. Like look at where he's playing to get these melees. And he got them all. Look at his XP bar. It's really good. Alright, so they do kind of force him out. Really good from core. Just out the base. We're a big fan of this. And top 1 XP right now, it is in Impact's pocket. So this is like actually a decent opener coming out. But everyone shifted up. Tien's going to skip over his top 3 camps, and they're going to force Impact off from the Super Wave. So Tien's behind. But like this opener for TL is quite good. This was not that great. I did not understand this play. I don't think Impact has anything else to do on map, but also like we can ask the question, can we pull this dive off with 3? To which my answer is actually yes. So I think saving like the port there is okay because we lose too much top.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
See the Fox, thanks for the follow. And now we're down XP again as Impact. So I like the lead that TL had was just the drop by this play. I didn't really understand this one.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
Zephyr, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think that like what teams are doing in lane swaps, I think they have to be a lot more particular about like where the XP is going. And like how we're playing for the XP. Because somehow we're in a scenario right now as TL because of that big top wave where we're down in XP in both lanes after a really good start and opener from Impact. Like we're down a level each in marksman here. So again, I think that that dive from Impact actually was not good. Oh, man. Ganya, if you're a prophet, you should make a Twitter and actually put a face to it. How does core not flash there, man? I mean, it's a little hard to react to. If he flashes, I think Yawn does anyway. I just don't like the fact that I actually walked in and checked this. Like, again, I think Umti's game, like, I don't get what we're doing here as TL. Like, we're down so much XP now. I thought Top Esports played quite well. If you go back through the first game, I actually think their lane swap was, like, really smurf. And, like, how and where they assigned their XP was really smurf. I do think that TL gifted them things later on in the game, but I thought their early game setup was really, really good in that game. All right. Corky's on double scaling items. It's pretty chill. So, like, I think his goal is just to hit critical mass and sides. But, I mean, like, this game's already so hard for TL just because they're down in XP everywhere. I think XP is just so important in these lane swap scenarios. And I almost, like, I just, like, want to go back and look here. Like, what can TL do better? Because I like right here, we're in a really good spot as TL. Like we're forcing 369 out. Impact has level 2. Impact can't get this wave. I think that there's an argument to be made here where, like, what happens if Nami goes top? Like, what if Nami, like, presses B here and goes top? Does she get top in time? No, she's not top in time. So then, what if after this we hit B and go top? Like unironically, like, what if we just, like, actually fog? We get Jin a little bit of solo XP. Cassante is already behind. It would be level 3 versus level 1. Jin's fine. And we can maybe go save the Renekton up top. Also, like, is pathing away from this, too. So, this is one where, like, I think also... I know Tian 3-camped this. I think that this would also be more worth it if stayed up here. I think that TL, like, I think playing for full clear here is wrong. I think we have to play for this wave. I unironically think that if we base Nami and send Vi here, we win this. Or it's playable. Because we don't have 3 or his top off this wave, do we? Oh, no, they do. I still think it's doable. Like, the TP down here is weird. Like, what if Umti's up here, man? Like, we're level 3 Vi. Whoever goes in, like, I think dies. Like, this dive for me doesn't need 4. And it's... At this point, like, 369 was so far behind. I mean, I think, again, Impact not getting that XP top and missing out on that wave. Like, we are playing towards the worst objective here. So I think that's... Yeah, I don't think Impact needs to be here. And I would have rather sent Nami up top to actually defend the dive. Like, kind of like the very first game we saw of the tournament, it was Inspired hovering Blippo on this side of the map, and they couldn't pull off the dive against Sejuani Urgot. Can we do that as Renekton Vi? We have a point and click, you know? Like, if we get Empowered W into Vi level 3, they at least trade out and Impact can TP back to that wave and pick the rest of it up. I think that's a much better way to play out this map than what TL did here. So, for me, like, because that doesn't happen and we let the super wave die on the top side, that was really well stacked and slow push by TES. They got it in clean. Like, the game gets really hard now for TL from here. So, like, for me, this is both game 1 and game 3, where when the lane swaps reset, top's ahead on the map. He is getting those waves. If he had help on the dive, even if he dies, he TPs back if he stays there, and that's well worth it. I've seen top laners die twice and catch most of the waves XP, and that's super worth it. Like, unironically in this meta, it's super worth in some scenarios. Yeah, but we're talking about Cassante. It doesn't matter if Cassante dies or not. We're talking about top lane XP. Cassante was already behind in top lane XP. You could have had a level 3 Jhin into level 1 Cassante, and it's fine. If Renekton gets the majority of the XP on the top side and is able to survive, it's a much better setup, I think, for TL. Yeah, he did. Not nearly as much as Impact did. So, like, playing topside would have been playing towards the better objective there. You're playing towards the bigger wave. Oh, Jesus. So, I mean, this is, like, one thing about Jhin that's, like, I mean, not shit. It's the fact that he can cheat tempo. I don't love the Jhin pick. Like, Jhin is very obviously, like, not a high-tier champion. I think that pairing lethality with Aesol has been a formula a lot of teams are going for, and denying Nami from the Lucian was an attempt. It opens up, like... I think that Nami's really good in the Aesol as well. Kind of slept on. there's just no play here. I mean, did MC dash in? Or like, what happened? We're late on the camera here. I'm gonna assume that a Mako Q set that up. Not grief that TP. Yeah, I mean, I just again like I feel like we want to play towards the bigger wave. Oh my god, this was also quite bad. Like I don't know why Core's walking here. Like what the call is. This is just a poor call. Like this is not the right part of the map to be playing towards for me. The dragon's already down too. Like Core walking. I mean, top lane's already kind of cooked. Or the bot lane's already kind of cooked top lane, but that wave was terrible to leave. What is Yon's champ pool? I don't want to say anything done. I mean, I think that his Ezreal's okay. And I think Ezreal Nami is like unironically an option. Hey, what's up, Boxier? Good to see you. I hope you had a good stream. I once again have a PC. Let's go butter my Tushi. Some Stardew Valley. It's not a game. Yeah, it's not a game. I think, again, I think the reason they went Jhin is the other two, the Thalidy Marksman, were taken away, and you're just looking to get something to bridge you into Acel the rest of the game. And also, Jhin and Acel, like, you actually have decent setup with the E. So I think, like, that was the theory. It just wasn't executed well. Because, again, like, the way that the lane swaps played out, TES had XP advantage in both top and bot, and that's pretty bad. This was a nice setup. So, like, JackeyLove doesn't walk with his team here, and he ends up trying to get a plate. And Impact waits. This ends up being quite good. So, nice recovery here from TL. I think it's something. It's a big shutdown going over. Yanya's not going to say anything nice, so you can just ignore it. Nice, so you wrote off anything regardless of play, and you just called them shit. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Noah was down 50 CS on average against JackeyLove, so we have a chance, right, guys? Hmm. I think Fnatic's actually, like, they play a lot to stretch sides. I think that's, like, part of the reason why they've actually had a good tournament. I think it's allowed for them to cheat a lot of timers. And regardless of, like, your macro, if you have champs like Camille, Talia, TF, you're always going to find the, like, room to make plays. MT's not here in time, and Tien's here to cover, and MT dashes it and has to flash out. Oh, no. Hmm. All right, so we're sacking bot to try and take Herald. Oh, no. I think the TP from Impact's fine, but, like, again, I really like what Top's doing. I think they do this quite a bit on Corki Azir. Like, they stretch sides, and they really funnel these picks in mid games. Like, they're willing to fight and skirmish this, while the Corki's just free farming. Let people be fans, Yanya. It's fine. Also, I think that series, like, it could go both ways. I do favor Fnatic, but I think TL at least gets games. And if TL wins, it's not a shock. Oh my god. Like, look at the damage Cream's doing now. He's so accelerated in this game. Also, like, again, XP, he's got level 11 now. So, like, by dropping this Herald and taking a small skirmish, they funneled 11 to Cream. Like, I think it's quite good. I think TL's macro is better, but I think that what Fnatic's been doing is actually kind of playing to their strengths. Like, they're always taking champs that can cheat timers, and they can play for the fights where they're quite good. And they're playing around their good players in Razork and Humanoid. So it's not perfect, but like, they're finding a lot of winning angles, which I appreciate. So I'm a little bit worried for TL against that. Oh, boy. I mean, the Corki being this far ahead is so big. And I don't like what TL does here, because, like, we're playing to get Acel these waves top. So Umti walking in here is super troll. I don't know what Umti and Impact are thinking / doing. Like, we got to respect the Corki package. And the fact they don't is free, though. I think that TL, like, they walked in a lot of weird timers against top, and it really hurt them in this series. They got to be a lot more disciplined with, like, wondering where they walk in. Yeah. Oh my god, the stutter step from Jackie Love is so good. Look at that. Just, oh, it's so small. It's so good. Like, again, I don't know what Umti's doing here. He has Campson on his own side of the map. And the play's over for top, so we go over to their side of the map, and the play's over. Don't attack viewers, Yanya. Yeah, it's fine. We can be more mature than that, though. That's really nice from Jackie Love. That stutter step is like the shit like this. Like, he's so fucking good. You can disagree though without saying that about you or anyone in the chat. Oh my dear Lord Almighty. This is why we funnel Corki, guys. This is why we funnel Corki. I mean, Cream is so big this game. I think that tops, like, map setups, like, I'm just so impressed with how they set up map 1. I actually think map 1 was set up just wonderfully. I don't know. It's desperation. Yeah, I mean, I thought APA's game 2 wasn't that great. I don't think he has a ton of control over this game. I thought game 2 was the game where I felt like Yon and APA had a couple of mistakes against Ornn that were just unnecessary. But, I don't know. Also find it quite interesting that Core is playing the Enchantresses. Because usually Core is like, engage or bust. So again, like, I think giving... Like, by that logic, too, I'm very surprised that TL's giving Lucian. So I think that Lucian encourages Enchantress games and matchups, which isn't TL's strength. I mean, Core just gets absolutely fucking cooked by Cream. Cream's Corki was really good this game. I know that some of the LPL enjoyers were like, Cream's not the best Corki on the planet, but I thought his Corki was quite good this game. It's definitely not a strength of his as a champion, but it's quite good. I don't know if Fnatic triple bans APA. I think that they're like, I honestly think that Fnatic would play Vi plus something into Ziggs. I think that fits Fnatic pretty well as a team, honestly. It wasn't a big ult. Oh my god. Like, Umti's on the flank of Doom, but it's all desynced, and it's kind of scouted. So Impact TP's in. That's scouted. Umti's not synced. They get Yawn. And it's cooked. GG's. Oh, it's a tough one. Top played really well. Alright, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys like that, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe on YouTube. We'll be back for the next VoD review with Fnatic.